Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is a full moon in Capricorn reading for all signs. Okay, I'm going to be doing for from Aries till Pisces in one video. I hope so. I'll cover it in one video. This full moon is actually a very potent and very kind of an easy energy because because the sun and the moon is sextiling. Okay, sun is entered into Cancer. Okay, after we had the longest day of the year on the summer solstice, right? And now officially sun has entered into Cancer. So sun in Cancer is a sextiling moon in Capricorn. Okay, and sextiles energies in astrology are tend to be easier energy, a good energy. Okay, so this full moon can be a good moon for most signs actually. And this new moon is this full moon is actually the culmination point of what we started during the new moon on December 26th 2019. Okay, so before a year, whatever you thought you could do, like at the end of 2019, at the beginning of 2020, whatever theme played out in your life, exactly the Christmas of 2019. Okay, it could be something you could have wished for, or you could have started something, you could have met someone, or you could have bought a home, got into a new job. Whatever your theme was during that time, the culmination point is this full moon. Okay, it's happening on June 24th. Okay, so generally it takes more than 6 months for generally takes 6 months for one new moon and one full moon to happen. Okay, and generally this full moon could also be something which be little bit easier for us because the sun in Cancer is trining Jupiter in Pisces. Okay, so Jupiter has turned retrograde in Pisces on June 20th. Recently it has started, and 4 days from the time Jupiter went into retrograde, now it is getting trined by sun in Cancer. Okay, so trines are also very easier energy compared to squares or oppositions or conjunctions in astrology. So with the sextiles and trines happening with the moon, we could be feeling a little bit emotionally grounded at this time. We could be feeling little bit optimistic. Generally Capricorn is considered to be a pessimistic sign because they don't have that much of confidence in life generally because of its ruler Saturn. But since now the sun and the moon are illuminaries, right? Sun is all about positivity and moon is all about emotionally intuitiveness. Okay, so when your ego and your emotion, that is your heart, when they align together, it easily makes us to be positive about what's happening or what will happen in our life. So with trines and sextiles happening between these two illuminaries, the Capricorn energy or the negative side of Capricorn tends to be little bit lesser, and we could be very very practical. We could have our emotions in check. We could be thinking both our heart with our heart as well as our mind during this time. And then one of the energies that is happening, another thing is Venus in Cancer. Okay, Venus has recently entered into Cancer. Not recently, at the start of the month itself, in June 3rd, I think it's entered into Cancer. So Venus being in Cancer right now, it is opposing Pluto in Capricorn, which is also Pluto is also in Capricorn for a lot of years actually. So this opposition could make us feel like, generally when it comes to relationships, Venus and Plutonian relationships are considered to be really really life changing. So you could meet someone, or you could have met someone, if you had met someone at the end of 2019 or at the end of 2020, whatever it was according to your energies, this person could have had a strong Venus Pluto aspects with you. Okay, it could be either conjunction, sextile. So generally sextiles and trines are not that difficult. Conjunction, opposition and square. Okay, these relationships are considered to be toxic relationships. So this Venus opposing Pluto and Capricorn can be about control versus what your emotional, your romance. Okay, when there is a strict person that is not letting you be romantic, okay, or they are very very steadfast, okay, you could be feeling that energy right now. And with both Sun and Venus in water sign making aspects with Moon and Pluto in Capricorn and Earth sign, this is between water and earth energy. So as I told you, when water and earth connects, generally earth signs tend to be very dry. They do not have that much of emotional depth, okay? But when water signs are too much emotionally depth and they are not very practical. So when these components merge, when water is added to earth, okay, the mud, it becomes softer and it gels well with the water. And both water and earth mix as well. So that is how this energy is going to be for us for this full moon. And I'm going to do just whenever you're doing your full moon reading, or if you're in your full moon energy and if you feel a little bit dull or you're not up to par with your energy check, you can just have a bowl of or a glass of water, a bowl of water, and put a flower, or you don't have to even put a flower. I just added a rose in it. You can do it. Just have a bowl of water. You could even add some crystals, or you can add sea salt if you want, for cleansing energy. Okay, this cleanses the aura with you. You can do your full moon ritual right now, because this full moon is really, really good. You can charge your crystals, you can charge your tarot cards, you can cleanse your room, you can clean everything. And when the full moon happens, you just need to finish tasks. Okay, do not begin anything new during the full moons. It is all about ending, finishing, tying the loose ends. Those kinds of energies what we deal with full moons. Okay, this is a culmination point. So I'm going to just pull out 3 cards here. Okay, I'm going to predict. Okay, so I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot here. There is no reversals in this deck, it's only upright. Okay, and I've checked it. I've cleansed this energy, so I've checked all the cards. There is no reversals. If there is any reversals, it's meant to be, but I hope it's not. Okay, I've just checked it, I've cleaned it up. I'm gonna pull one Lenormand card here. Okay, so whatever the Lenormand I'm getting, that is the overall energy. Okay, the theme could be regarding that. And since it's a moon energy, and I'll pull one moon energy oracle card for each sign here. Okay, there is no reversals in any of these decks, because we are just predicting how the ending is going to be, or what you need to focus on. Just a focus. Okay, it's an advice more than a reading or a prediction. It's an advice or an outcome that could happen for you during this full moon. Okay, so full moon energy tends to be a little bit easier and not that complicated. So let's begin with Aries right now. So Aries, this full moon is happening in your 10th house. Okay, so 10th house is the house of your public eye, or your vocational house, or whatever people see about you, know about you, and think about you. Like you could be getting famous, you could be getting some laurels during this full moon. If you had started a project, it could get some awareness or some recognition right now. Okay, and also I'm gonna just pull three words for you for each sign here. For Aries, the word is nurturing, self-care, and professionalism. Okay, so make sure you take care of yourself. Even though you put too much of energy into your work, you're doing a lot of work, you're always keeping yourself busy, take time to self-care. Okay, to have some, if you are able to have the luxury of having a bubble bath during the new moon time, sorry, the full moon time, you can do it. You can do that. It's going to give you a lot of cleansing aura. And then the nurturing. Okay, so since the Cancer is your 4th house, okay, it is very good time for you to connect with your family. The Capricorn and Cancer axis is about generally for all signs, it's not the same, but generally for Aries, since it's the first sign of the zodiac, the axis will be 4th and 10th house. Okay, so 4th is your Cancer and 10th is your Capricorn. So 4th house is about your family, your home, where you feel really, really nurtured. Okay, with your kids, how you emotionally connect with them, and how you deal with the everyday life, your 10th house. Okay, so you need to strike a balance between your work and home life. Work and home life during this time. Okay, these are the 3 words for you, Aries. So let's pull one card for you. I'm going to shuffle it. Let's pull one card for you, Aries. Here is sun, moon and rising. Okay, what's the theme for the full moon in Capricorn for you? Whip. Okay, whip. So this is all about anger. It could be about some harsh words. Okay, so this could be about 11 is a master number. Okay, and also you could be cleaning. Okay, I think this is like, for me, the broom is about cleaning. So clean your home. Okay, do a quick deep clean, or quick or just a spring cleaning if you want, or just clean your everyday areas. Okay, and get rid of all the dust, all the negativity in your home. Okay, do a cleansing on this new moon, full moon. I'm gonna mess up between new moons and full moons because I often use those terms. Okay, sorry for that. And then let me pull a tarot card for you. This is predictions. This is traditionally, I'm going to read tarot. It's not about partnerships, relationships. I read definitely. It is just about an advice. So I'm going to pull one card for you. We'll see which tarot cards come up. So based on that, I'm going to give you an advice. Okay. We're going to pull energy for Aries. I'm going to pull a card. Okay. This card wants to come out. Wow, 7 of Wands. Okay, so it is about standing up for your belief system, standing up for your rights. And if you're feeling forced to work a lot and not giving time with your home, and if people are constantly accusing you, or putting you into uncomfortable positions, it's time to stand up for yourself, defend yourself, and also try to make time for yourself. Okay, if you are being bombarded with a lot of distractions, or people are asking for your time and you're not able to juggle between your work commitments and your home commitments, it is time to put some energy out, to put some boundaries, set up some boundaries with people at your home as well as your office, and try to focus on yourself. Okay, yourself. That is what I'm going to tell you. Strike a balance between these two energies. Okay, I'm going to pull one oracle card for you, energy oracle card for you, Aries. What's for Aries, sun, moon, rising? What is the advice, or what is the energy card for wow, appreciation? Yeah, beautiful. So I think if you have if you're not being appreciated for your efforts, ask for it, demand for it. And if you're not appreciating someone that is taking care of you right now, or your family could be supporting you to when you have late night call, office work, or your family or spouse could help you out, appreciate people in your life right now, and also make sure that you're being appreciated as well. Okay, during this full moon, it's a very good full moon. It's all sextile, so try to be as peaceful as possible. Okay, so we're going to move on to Taurus. So Taurus, this full moon in Capricorn is happening in your 9th house. Okay, 9th house is all about your religion, philosophy, foreign, especially if you for Taurus, especially with so many Uranus in Taurus, and also a lot of planets in your foreign areas. Okay, if you have got a job, or you're trying for a job, if you're trying for applying for passport, visa to visit some place, maybe if you had applied for 1 year back, you could get something regarding that, a news regarding that. Or you could be, if you have joined there, then this could have been like 1 year since you joined the job. So foreign dealings, and also about your abroad connections, especially foreign places, foreign people, foreign contracts, clients, all those foreign areas are going to be very potent for you this time. And also education related to your vision, dreams. If you had some vision dreams to travel to a new place, maybe you could be making some plans right now to do that. Okay, and then your education. Okay, if you're trying to study abroad, okay, study in abroad, or do higher studies, okay, this energy, this full moon could give you some information or some kind of potential news regarding that for Taurians. Okay, sun, moon, rising. I'm gonna pull one card for you from Lenormand, the theme for Wow, beautiful card. The crossroads. Okay, yeah. Especially if you have a choice either to stay in India or in United States or in Australia. Okay, if you are in all those places or in any other places, and you have a choice to go from Australia to UK or UK to US or US to India or Germany, whatever it is, maybe you have a choice to make. Okay, during this Capricorn full moon, and you may have to, if you're thinking about if you've done your bachelor's degree, or if you've done your some master's degree, maybe you're trying to do a higher education, pursue a new career, pursue a new type of education. Okay, it's all related to education. You might have a choice. You could have two crossroads also. Maybe you're in an indecisive position. The Queen of Pentacles is the Capricorn card for me, and it could also mean Taurus. Okay, so this is all about your finances, your tie-ups with different people, different regions. All those could be in focus right now. Okay, I'm gonna pull one tarot card for you, Taurus, for this full moon. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. What is there for the full moon here? Taurus. Wow, this flipped here. Wow, Seven of Swords came out. Okay, so if you have been lying to yourself or being deceptive about your belief systems, about your yourself, maybe you're lying to yourself that you do not have the potential to move to a different country or learn a new language, or try out new stuff. Maybe you're putting yourself in a deceptive position where you are not telling people about your plans or about your foreign involvements. Okay, and also if you are trying to do business with foreigners or with different people that are not in your vicinity, try to be cautious of getting stuck with people that could be malicious, that could be deceptive. Okay, try to focus on what you're investing and how people are reacting. And especially if you started something during last year, during that full moon or new moon in Capricorn, some hidden information could come to light during this full moon for you. Okay, there could have been there could be something that is coming out in the open for you. Okay, try to be aware of it. And then I'm gonna pull one energy oracle card for you, the new moon full moon energy oracle card. Wow, Angel of Love. Okay, so whenever an angel comes out in my reading, I generally tell it like there is the angel comes because there is a lack of self or lack of that. Okay, so Angel of Love means maybe you're being deceptive with yourself in love or with people, especially if you have some kind of relationship with long distance relationship, because the ninth house could be also about a long distance relationship. If you are a Taurus, especially if you are dealing with someone in secret. Okay, I'm not supposed to, I didn't mean to read it like that, but generally sometimes the advice when it comes with the oracle, the way I view cards generally shifts immediately. Okay, because I'm an intuitive reader. Okay, I'm not gonna say what each card means. Okay, I'm not here to teach tarot. I'm gonna interpret the tarot in different ways. Okay, so the minute I pulled Angel of Love and the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, I got the first intuition that came to my mind is, if you are in a long distance relationship, maybe that person is not being true to you, or you're not being true to you. Maybe there is a lack of love. That's why you're trying to stick to this person and stick to this energy where you know that someone is not telling you the truth. They are lying, they are cheating, they are not being true to yourself. Maybe you lack love. Maybe that is why you're trying to fit in or force yourself to be in love. Okay, cross check that. Maybe there was another party, or there could have been other energy that could come up during this full moon in Capricorn for you. Be aware of that energy to Taurus. Even though I just stay away from this complicated stuff, sometimes when I pull the combinations, I get like that. Okay, so let's go to Gemini. Gemini, this full moon in Capricorn is happening in your 8th house. So 8th house is all about your teams, about your assets, about your sex intimacy zone and everything. So with the full moon happening in that zone, you could be feeling a little bit emotional, especially when it comes to if you are in a partnership, or if you are in a business partnership or a romantic relationship. This full moon in Capricorn can help you become even more attached to them, or feel blessed that you have someone you can lean on. If you share resources, maybe you could profit because of, if you have you could be gaining something from another person, okay, because of the full moon is all about culmination, okay. Maybe you could get a paycheck from someone, an insurance can come right now, or your partner could be getting a higher a raise, or they could be having whatever you have, your partner benefits, and whatever they have, you will benefit, okay. That is what the 8th house energy is here. And with regards to assets, maybe if you have been trying to buy a home or invest in something, maybe now you could make a decision about something like that. So this is all about the 8th house stuff, okay. And Gemini with the second with the sun also in Cancer in your second house, this could be all about investments, about finances, about buying properties, all those stuffs, okay. Wow, the star card for you, okay. So this is all about your generally the star card is all about fame or reputation, okay, sudden recognition, sudden wealth. This could 6 of cups means memories, past person, okay. Number 7 is all about your spiritual awakening too. So maybe you could be getting something out of the blue, because the 8th house deals with surprises, okay, unexpected surprises. Maybe your partner just gives you something randomly, a big something that makes you feel like you're a possession, something that valuable can come into your life during this full moon, okay. It could even be your partner, okay. It could even be a business or a practical money too, okay. Everything is a blessing. Like this is a blessing for you, this full moon in Capricorn in your 8th house, okay. Let me pull a tarot card for you. So it's going to be Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. What's the full moon energy for Geminis? Wow, the 9 of Pentacles, definitely wealth, okay, abundance, okay. If you're trying to work on yourself, your business, or trying to gain money, get money, invest in yourself, okay, this could be a big beautiful time for you to focus on yourself, focus on your wealth, focus on your resources, focus on your investments, and strike a balance between what you own and what the other person owns. You could be getting something out of the blue too, okay. What's the energy oracle? Wow, lot of cards here. What's the energy oracle card for Geminis? Energy oracle card for Geminis. Journey. Wow. Okay, take a trip with your spouse, take a trip with your partner, or this could also be your emotional depth, okay. Emotionally, intimacy is also about journey, okay. Maybe you need to self-analyze or go in depth with how lucky you are in life, how much people have helped you out. You could have some recognition, realizations about how people, or how much you have worked hard for your money, the journey you have gone through to gain this position in your life, all those memories. Because the 6 of Cups for me could also mean about memories, okay. Maybe you're thinking about maybe you had something, you started something, a business or a career, a job, and now you're in a different position. You could become nostalgic about it, because Cancer and Capricorn tends to be too much stuck in their past, okay. So the journey you have gone through to be where you are right now could mean a lot to you, Geminis, okay. Let's move on to Cancer. Okay, so the sun being in Cancer, this potent full moon that's happening in your 7th house, okay. I'm just going to say one thing for Capricorns. If some situations have not turned out how it wants to be for you, let it go. And if you have done everything, this full moon could help you realize that there's nothing to be, there's no more to do, okay. Especially if I have to be staying out of the negative predictions for the for some houses here, in other ways, if you have been dating for a long time, Cancers, and if you wanted a commitment, or if you're trying to take it to the next level, this seventh house full moon in Capricorn can give you some hint about going to the next level. Okay, it could be this way or that way. Okay, and the three words for you is partnerships. The rapport you have with your partners, especially your business partner, your marital partners, and your boyfriend, girlfriends, friendships, everything, as well as the balance between me versus we. This full moon, maybe you were trying to do so much for your partner. Maybe your partner didn't want you to do that much. They wanted you to focus on yourself. Maybe you gave in a lot to the partners, and you didn't take care of yourself. You will have a sudden epiphany to just focus on yourself. Or if you have done too much of yourself, always being what is right for you or doing what is right for you, and you ignored your partners, and your partner feels a little bit isolated, this is a good time for you to connect again and create a good rapport with them. Okay, and this is the balance you need to have this full moon here. Okay, me versus we. If you are totally single and out of a very toxic or something that was very not good for you, Capricorns, this full moon is the time to shut it down and close and put an end card. Okay, I'm gonna give you everything. Okay, even though it's a prediction can be sad or bad also. If it is supposed to happen like that, everything's life is a circle. Okay, you go up, you go down. So I'm going to give both for you for some signs here. Okay, if I feel that it's the right thing to do. So let's pull one card for Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising. Wow, the secret, 10 of Pentacles. Wow, this is all about your legacy, all about the lessons you have learned, especially if you were married or in a long-term commitment with the people. Maybe you found out, or you could find out some history about where you belong, or whom did you marry into, or who you were dealing with, if they had secrets or you had secrets, or you didn't know that this relationship turned out to be like this, or this business secrets, contracts. If you have a lot of legal stuff, all those things can happen right now for you, full moon. Okay, and number 8 card and the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, the 8 is the infinity number. So if you have been going in circles with a particular company, particular person, there could be an end card. Okay, 10 of Pentacles for me generally means the culmination. So this could be the culmination point for you, Cancer. Let me pull one tarot card for you. For full moon in Capricorn in your opposite sign, 7th house. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Wow, the Sun card, beautiful. So there is a wheel here in the Sun deck, and there is a wheel, Sun here. Okay, it's about illumination, it's about happiness, it's about if you're trying to form a family, or even get in touch with your family traditions. Okay, your ancestors, all these things can work out for you. Okay, if you're trying to marry someone, get to know about their whole history. Okay, try to make note of what you're getting into also. Okay, there should be some revelations, and there could be a change here. Okay, positive change. This feels positive for me, Cancer. Let me pull one energy oracle card for you. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Anxiety. Wow. Okay, so it all feels like contradictory, right? Anxiety. So if you're being anxious about your future, if there was a business or a secret that came out about your spouse, about your business partner, about your family, or your marital life, try to control your anxiety during this full moon. Full moons are very, very emotional time, and generally for me personally, since I have a lot of energy in water. Okay, I'm too much in water, so I always feel the moon energy very potent for me, especially 3 days before the new moon and 3 days before the full moon. So those 6 days I block myself, the calendar is blocked. I take care, I just keep the work at as minimum as possible. I don't concentrate on anything that's worrying me too much. I'm gonna just rest, rejuvenate, recoup, and just mentally stay out of situations that's draining me. Okay, so if you feel something like that during this energy, definitely you will feel Cancer, because it's happening in your 7th house. I'm not gonna lie. If you're worried about too much of truth coming out, or if I'm predicting something negative, it's because I'm just advising you to be aware, because you cannot avoid negativity in your life or endings in your life, because life is a cycle. And generally, right now for Cancer and Capricorn, it's like this and that. Okay, so if you're feeling anxious during this full moon, try to get help, or try to relax, try to meditate, keep yourself out of people. Especially if there was something that comes during this full moon, try to not process it immediately. If there is a revelation that happens, try to take hold of it. Okay, keep it, do not process anything. Sometimes moon delivers some stuff that seems to be like, because when the moon is closer to the earth, it becomes, the full moon is big, right? So even the smallest thing sometimes happens to be a little bit complicated when it gets delivered during the full moon time. Okay, so try to keep your anxiety in check, Cancer. And the Sun card here, the Sun being in Cancer, this revelation, I'm just getting it on the spot here, that this revelation could be about someone you're dealing with either in the past, or this could be someone that you were married to. Okay, this is someone that is either a family or a legacy. Okay, this revelation could happen, and that could cause some personality changes, or personality questioning your personality or the other person's personality too. Okay, I'm gonna take little breaks in between. Okay, don't mind. I'm gonna drink water because my throat gets dried up very easily. That's why I don't do readings for all signs at one stretch. Okay, it's gonna drain me a lot. And next, I'm gonna connect with Leos. Okay, Leo, 6th house. Okay, this full moon in Capricorn is happening in your 6th house of routines, daily lifestyle, and everything. 1 second. So the three words for you is, this full moon, if you had a tough relationship with a colleague, with a workmate, or if you had a tough situation with some jobs, or whatever was draining you, or a lifestyle. Okay, if you were not getting up early in the morning, if you had some addictions, or if you were a lazy, lethargy, whatever it is, if something was negative in your life, it's related to your 6th house. Okay, that is hindering you on a daily basis. Okay, something or someone could be a problem for you, or could have been a problem for you in the 6th house. Okay, so it's a time to strike a balance and start new things, especially in the 6th house. If you were being focused on leaving a toxic habit, leaving a toxic routine, leaving a toxic tie, a colleague or something, a job, or a draining client, whatever it is. Okay, you could get some elimination or some information that could make you that it's done, or it's enough, I'm being too much pulled into this energy, or I'm feeling drained about it and I want to make a change. I need to strike a balance between how much energy I give into this toxic thing into my life, or a lifestyle change, whatever it is. Okay, that you need to focus on, Leos. Okay, the Leo, the energy, the King of Wands came up, so that's Leo for me. So the number 6 card, sixth house. Okay, so this could be about your this is like from the dark to the light, right? This is how this card is for me. Okay, there's darker clouds, there is sun, as well as there is rain. So if you have a darker period, something that you're because when you're doing something on a daily basis, you're not supposed, or you'd be ashamed to tell it. You could have hidden it, or you could have done it in secret, or you could have this lifestyle, or this could have been a long thing that could have been in your life. Okay, and suddenly that gets exposed, or you get rid of it. Okay, if there was some hidden enemies, because the 6th house for me could be about hidden enemies also. If you had a hidden enemy, that person could come to light during this Capricorn full moon, and you could understand that this person was not good for you. Okay, so something like that could turn up for you, Leos. So we'll put one tarot card for you, Leo's sun, moon, rising. Wow, Six of Wands, another six card for you. So definitely it's about your reputation. If there was some hidden enemies in your life that is bombarding you or putting you in places because hindering your reputation at work, okay, if they're talking behind your back, if they're complaining about you, or if they're putting something to make you feel pissed off, or don't give in to all those situations. Understand that sometimes whoever is talking behind your back is actually jealous of you, because they find you a one step higher than them. Okay, so that's why they, instead of confronting you up front, they do and go behind, sneak behind you or your friends, or do something in secret because they are afraid of your reputation, your achievements. Okay, so try to keep that and keep that in mind, and do not go put yourself in other people's uh, energy unnecessarily, and spoil your reputation right now, Leos. Okay, so Leos are tend to be very, very out there, right, because of their energies. Some people are not that much ready to accept someone in the limelight. Okay, wow, door to romance came for you, Leos. Okay, so door to romance is maybe if you feel that if there was some jeopardy in your reputation, if you think that your daily life, you're being too much stuck in your routine, you could start practicing some newer habits, especially if you had some toxic habits or an addiction or something. The door to romance will be letting go of those toxic ties, toxic habits, and you'll fall in love with yourself. This Six of Wands is also someone who is all about their self. Okay, the self love. Maybe this is the door for you to open about yourself door to romance. And also, if you have been achieving a lot at work, people could take recognition of it, and someone could fall in love with you at work too. Okay, but I don't think it's going to happen during the full moon. Maybe if someone was in love with you, or they were appreciating you for what they were, maybe that could be revealed right now. Okay, this is not something a new energy. This person could have been in your life, in your daily life, and they could have hidden your emotions or your secrets, or they were not ready to confess the truth about how hot they find you, or how good they find about your work ethic, or your daily the client or the colleagues could appreciate you more. That something could happen like that in that realm for you. Okay, Leos. Okay, 33 is actually a divine number, so 3 plus 3 is 9. Okay, another 3, 6, 9. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with Virgos. Okay, so the Virgos, wow, this full moon in Capricorn is in your 5th house. So if you had a love affair, okay, if you were in love with someone and that did not go well, it might not have gone well right now. Or if you are looking to romance, to feel excited for love, romance, or date something, or be creative, if you started a creative project in the new moon in Capricorn last time, this could yield some profits for you, or you could be getting some recognition for it, or you could be even finding a new way. And if you're trying to get pregnant, okay, and if you have the chance to do it, okay, maybe maybe finally you make up your mind to do it. Okay, that could be the energy for you, Virgos. The fourth word for you is excitement, love, and romance. Okay, that's what I've written for you, so that's how it's going to be, I think. Oh gosh, so let me pull out one card for you, Virgos. Wow, I feel heavier for you. I don't know what's the energy secret. Are you falling in love, falling out of love? There she is, the wrong woman or the sexy woman. It's all about love affairs. Okay, this is not the right woman, which means that this is not someone that you're going to settle down with. And 5th house and 7th house is about your marital partners, and 5th house is also about your pregnancy. Okay, pregnancy, sexual energy, love affairs, jumping from one relationship to another relationship. All those things could happen right now for you. Maybe you're feeling excited to fall in love again. It would be just starting dating, or if you're trying to have some fun enter into your life, because Virgos tends to be workaholic, they seldom give time for love. Maybe you're ready to start focusing on love right now, Virgos. Okay, this could be a good time for you. The full moon energy could help you become even more sensual right now. Okay, and it's going to be not a long-term relationship. It's going to be something that's going to give you a lot of excitement to make yourself feel good that maybe you're ready to fall in love again. Okay, so Virgos, what's the tarot card for you? Wow, you're there, Virgos, the King of Pentacles. So definitely, if you're a Virgo man ready to date someone, you could find someone very hot, very sensual, very romantic, or this person could be very passionate. Okay, you could have a fling with this person. Generally, Virgos, earth signs are tend to be non-romantic or not explorative. Maybe this full moon in Capricorn will tend you to come out of the shell and explore, to be really a little more sexual, frantic, and unstable. Okay, because you tend to always look about the bigger picture. Maybe sometimes you don't have to, you just have to enjoy life, right? And maybe this is the right time for you to do it, Virgos. Okay, and Virgo woman too, if you're finding yourself ready to date, maybe you'll attract someone else that is very, very interested in you. Maybe this could even be a very good potential partner for you. Okay, wow, let's pull out an energy card for you, Virgos. The journey came here. Yeah, this could be, you could just you need to enjoy the journey. Okay, don't take too much. That's what I'm going to tell you. Do not overthink about the journey here. Sorry, about the bigger picture here. Try to take this journey, especially if you're trying to be non-committal, trying to be just having a fling, or trying to be little more out of your dating out of your comfort zone, going and meeting people that you don't randomly go to, or you're trying to attend a party where you love to expose yourself in a creative way, in a very, very sensual way. Okay, try to focus only on the journey. This could be something that is very, very new for you at this full moon, and maybe you want that. Sometimes you need that energy to feel confident again, to feel that sexy again. Okay, so explore it and enjoy that. Have fun, Virgos. And next is Libras. Libras, this full moon is happening in your 4th house. Okay, 4th house is a very tough house generally for me, because it's all about your emotions, your family, your tie-ups, your ancestors, where your home lies, how comfortable you are about having a family, having a home. All those energies can come, and this especially for Libras, the Capricorn axis has been there for you for almost 5 years right now, because of Saturn in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, and now Pluto is still in Capricorn. Okay, this Pluto in Capricorn has been for you for almost 13 years now. So this is a very, very very strong energy for you. So this full moon in Capricorn will help you either get in touch with your home, your emotions. Maybe if you're not concentrating on your home for some time, this full moon will help you clean your house, to get redecorate your house. Or if you're feeling a little bit emotional during this full moon, try to ground yourself, stay at home. Okay, have fun, enjoy, try to relax, try to, just like Aries, Libra, it's happening in your 4th and 10th house, right? Because Aries is your opposite sign. So you should also, if you've been focused too much on your career and you're not giving importance to your home, you need to give that importance. Or if you're being too much at home and not giving importance to your career, try to have a balance between these two energies. Okay, Libras, home, emotions, and your nurturing capacities, that is what is happening, the focus for you this full moon. Okay, so let me pull out a card for you, Libras. Lenormand energy. Wow, the Rider, beautiful. So this is about positivity, the number 1 card. This could be about a lot of blessings. Maybe you're trying to decorate your home. I told you could be buying something online, or you could be getting information, or people could visit you at your home right now. You could have relatives, or you could have parties at home. Okay, this could be a potent energy for you to connect with people if you're in a long distance connections, or if you're trying to, if that someone could visit your home, if you're leaving the nest, or if someone left the nest, they could return back right now to have some fun at home. Okay, the 9 of Cups is all about emotional happiness. So you need to be emotionally happy and in touch with your own emotions also. Okay, as well as your closest ones. Okay, the family is the closest ones we are going to have, right? So you need to be a little bit happier with them. So let me pull 1 card for you, Libra. Wow, the Sun card again. Okay, who got the Sun? Cancer, right? Okay. Okay, Sun card. So this is happiness for me with the rider here. Okay, this is happiness. This is having if you're trying to get an exercise done or wake up early in the morning, see the sun, be there in the sunlight, take a walk, try to if you have a terrace at home, or if you have a balcony, okay, try to be in the outside also. If you're being too much at home right now, Libra, this could be an energy where you need to get out, go visit somewhere, go shopping, or do something for fun, for happiness here. Okay, sorry, excuse me. Okay, let me pull out a card for the energy oracle card for Libras. Wow, caring connection. So definitely connect with your person. If you have a family, okay, definitely spend time at home. Go for a short trip, okay, a bond with family, connect with caring connections. Whoever, this could be a partner, this could be a father, a mother, your kids, or this could be even someone that you really, really care for, okay. Give a call, make a visit, and enjoy this full moon with your closed knit person. Libras. Wow, I just blanked out for a second, okay. So let me then go on to Scorpios. Scorpios, this is happening in your third house of communication, okay. So if you have been having difficulties in a communication project, or emails, social media, traveling, all this could have some kind of energy where you feel that you're ready to do it again, okay. And you could have, if you have had some energies with global projects, okay, working with a lot of people, working with your siblings, your brother, your cousin, all those energies here, you could have some fun time with them also. Wow, the Queen of Swords just fell down for you, Scorpio. So Scorpio, this is all about information for me. The Queen of Swords here is information, and with the full moon happening in the information zone for you, you could get an email, you could receive something, a news, a client, a global project, or some projects connected at a different spot for you. You could get some connection over that. And also you could be if you're trying to visit someone, try to visit them, especially if you're caring for someone in your neighborhood. If you're trying to just visit them at the hospital, you can just lend a helping hand right now with this full moon energy for you in your neighborhood, your people that you always meet in your daily life, okay, or someone that is very close to you, okay, your siblings, your third family, okay. The outer part of your family comes into focus in your third house, okay. Wow, the World card. Oh, definitely this is about international, global projects. I told you something that is happening, especially this is internet for me sometimes. The world is the World Wide Web, okay. So if you're having some kind of culmination points, okay, if you started a website, this could be the time to put the to launch it, okay. Do not launch them, wait for the new moon to launch, but you could be putting the finishing touches on a website, or a blog, or a social media platform, or if you're trying to connect with someone globally in a different location, this could all happen for you, okay. You could be getting news about it from someone here, okay, or something too. So let me pull out one energy card for you, Scorpios. This card attracted me. Oh, the same card, carrying connections. No, I'm gonna put it back again. Indecision, okay, indecision. So maybe if you get a project, a call, someone that is connecting from you from a different, if you receive some email or message, okay, do not take any decisions during the full moon. That's what I told you. If you're ready to launch something or start a new project, wait till the new moon, okay. Just get the information, process it, try to get as much as details as possible. And if there was if you closed out something, okay, what you started before, if there is an end point, okay, you're indecisive whether you need to end this project and look for something else. Maybe you wait till you get a signal out of the new moon, full moon energy, okay. Generally, I told you, something big could happen for you during this full moon. Okay, it appears to be a bigger issue more than what it is. Okay, sometimes you finish one project and the same client is going to get you with another project. This does not need to be a life changing indecision. Okay, just pause, wait, and let the information sink in before proceeding to make a permanent decisions. Okay, Scorpios, we'll move to Sagittarius. So Sag, this full moon in Capricorn is happening in your second house. So if you're being having some financial troubles, if you've been striving hard, you're working a lot, maybe now you will sit down, relax, and understand that how much you've worked or how much you have saved, what's your budget, or if you have spent a lot of money in the last year or you did not earn a lot, you could be having a lot of thoughts regarding that in the full moon. Okay, sit with your budget and try to focus on how to balance between how much you earn, how much you spend, and if there is a income. I don't think there is an ending for any signs during this full moon, because it could be a natural ending or a positive ending. It's not like, so maybe you have been working for a project for 1 year and suddenly they pay you out, they give you a paycheck. That could be the ending. Okay, this is a positive ending for most of the signs. Just Cancer and Capricorn, unless that it's a very difficult energy. I don't think anybody is affecting that much right now with this full moon. Okay, so let's. So the second house for you, the keywords is gains, your accomplishments, and budget tick. Okay, that is what is your main potent energy. Okay, and also if you want to try to clean out your purse, your wallet during this full moon. Okay, it's a cleansing time. Okay, so try to do not keep any receipts or your old bills in your wallets. Try to remove everything and keep the cash. Okay, and try to keep your all your statements in check, your bank balance. You do all those stuffs during the full moon to keep your finances in check. Okay, let me pull one card for you, Sag. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh God. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Wow, the sexy man, the Sag man is here. Okay, so this is a fire sign for me generally. That's why I told you it's a Sag man. Okay, so if you're being too much playful, too much adventurous, or too much, okay, the second house could also mean about self-value. Okay, so if you always think that you deserve better, or you do not put your see the income source. Okay, the income house is sometimes if you're in a business, you think that your product is only worth a dollar. Okay, but the person that is trying to look at you. Okay, they might think that you're gonna give this, you're not gonna settle for more than $5. Okay, so the value that you put on yourself or on your qualities, on your behavior or in your products is much lesser, because you have issues in that area. Okay, so maybe you need to focus on that. Okay, this is self-worth issues, self-value issues about your, even if you're doing a business or offering a service to someone, try to charge them right. Okay, sometimes you think that you need more clients and you charge them less, or you put yourself down thinking that you do not have the worth to that someone could pay. You won't even believe that they'll pay $5 for your product, but the other person will think that you're worth more than what you think. That is what I'm getting with this card for you. And the second house, you're Sag. Okay, maybe you deserve better. Maybe you're sexy, you're highly talented, you're adventurous, you're spirited. Maybe you have the potential to earn a lot. Maybe you're putting yourself in restrictive modes, because Capricorn could be about restrictions, and that being in your second house, you could feel restricted with money, with your values, with if you're a freelancer, if you're trying to work for people, maybe you charge less, and that is the restriction you put on yourself. Okay, try to get in touch with it and love yourself more, love your talents more. Sag here. Let me pull out a tarot card for you, Sagittarius. Seven of Cups, yeah, illusions. Okay, and if you're being this is also about greed. It's also about your worthiness. Okay, your spiritual awareness. I'm gonna say one thing here, Sag. If people don't think that what you consider as work, or what you considered yourself to be, like you have a talent, Okay, maybe you're confused about that, maybe that is not a talent you have, or you're not worth that much. You're not your work. Okay, it's a period. I'm going to tell you, you're not your work. You're not your work. Your worth is you're worthy of everything, and you're worthy of showcasing your talent, showcasing or charging people, right? Or even telling or convincing someone that you have this talent. Okay, it need not be, it may not be useful to them, or it may not be useful to the whole world, but it might be useful for someone out there, or it could have a place somewhere. Okay, you just need to feel confident about yourself and your worth. Okay, you could be too much confused about whether you have the potential to earn money. And also, do not spend in different places, or if you are investing in, if you're investing in the wrong terms right now because you want to the get rich schemes, or if your friend is telling them to invest in their, because in their business or in their work, try to be cautious of it. Okay, always invest in yourself, not on someone else. That is my policy. Angel of balance is here. Yeah, you're not having a balance. Whenever there is an angel, I'll tell that there is no balance. Okay, so maybe you're working on too much, but you're not getting paid. You're being underpaid, but you think you deserve it, or you don't deserve the pay. It's not like that. You need to strike a balance between how much, what kind of value you hold yourself, and who or what you're not going to settle for. Sometimes people can pay you so much money to do something, and sometimes people do that just for the money, whereas some people put so much value in themselves that even if they pay you so much, they're not going to do something. So that is the balance you need to have in your life, especially with respect to your income, your expenses, the way you value yourself, your talents, the way you charge yourself, with the way you connect with the world. Okay, let's move on to Capricorns. Capricorns, so this is your full moon, the best full moon you're going to have this year, because it's potentially the best fell down, but I'm not going to take it because I'm not even done with your horoscope here. Okay, so the first house is, the 3 words for you is personality. Okay, and your partnerships, personalities, and since it's a full moon, okay, if you've connected with a partner recently, if you're married, or if you've fallen in love, you could understand them even more, or there could be a lot of emotional compatibility right now. Maybe you feel that you're lucky to have someone right now, or you could be even feeling appreciated for your own personality, or you may feel that you need to change some aspects of your personality, or if you were doing it for a long time, maybe in 2019 you decided to quit smoking, or quit drinking, or quit coffee. If you have been making some personality changes to be kind, to be generous, to be to control your temper, and whatever changes you did, maybe there could be some kind of culmination where you feel that this journey, or this decision to do something has paid you off right now. Okay, whatever a personality change, a mindset change, or a routine, a job change, or whatever, a habit change, whatever happened last year, this year, you could have this full moon could help you recognize it. Okay, could help you get appreciation. Okay, and you could also be getting some kind of recognition that maybe you didn't see your friends for a long time, and suddenly you emerge out of your cocoon, and someone comes and appreciates, wow, you've changed so much, or you've done something to your hair and people start noticing it, or you did something to your body and people start noticing it. All those things can happen right now for you, Capricorns. It's a good new moon for you. Okay, a full moon for you. Okay, so you could be getting some kind of accomplishment right now in your first house. Wow, the family tree. Okay, so this could be about, even your family members could appreciate you more right now. The first and the 7th house is also about people noticing you. Okay, if you're absolutely single, okay, you could be meeting someone that could be potentially your life partner, someone you can settle down with. And if you're already having that kind of an energy right now, maybe you feel blessed that this is your family, you feel blessed for your that you're going to settle down with someone right now. Maybe you make a decision regarding that, okay, about family, about your family. And if you are too much on yourself and you didn't give time to your family, or thinking about building a family, maybe you will have some kind of energy that is helping you to think about more in detail about what you're going to leave out, your legacy, your kind of impact on the earth here. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Beautiful card for you, Caps. I think this is definitely change, a very positive change for you. And this full moon will be something that is giving you a lot of recognition in your first house. People will notice for your talents, for your personality change, for your behavior change. And you could also find some luck with regarding to yourself here. Okay, this is a very, very awesome time for you, Caps. I think Caps had a really difficult time for some years, and you still have, because Saturn and Pluto is not something that you can. I can't even tell how much Capricorn has endured. That's what I'm gonna say. You had to put up with a lot, and I think finally your hard work will pay off, or the hardships you went through is going to pay off in big time for your, Caps. It may take time because Saturn delivers very late in life, but you're going to get it. Especially after Pluto moves out of Capricorn, you're going to see it even better. Okay, it's almost time. It's almost your time. That's what I'm going to tell you. For Capricorns, especially Sun, Moon and Rising Capricorns, or a stellium in Capricorn too. Wow, Angel of Love. Definitely. If you think that you didn't have someone to build a family with, to have love with, or if you didn't find love, or if you found wrong love, or if you were married, you're divorced, you had partnership changes, okay, I think most Capricorns, if you've fallen in love with someone, this could be a potential partner. But if you've fallen out of love, there is a lack of love for you that you need to fill up. But maybe you need to take care of yourself right now. Fix yourself for the right person in your life. Okay, it's a time to fix so that you can be the best for them later, maybe after 2023. Okay, because that is the another time that Pluto is completely out of your life. Okay, till then there will be a massive changes in your personalities. Pluto always destroys and then builds. So maybe there was some kind of painful ending that happened for you. For most Capricorns, it would have happened. Ending of a family member, ending of a family, ending of a marriage, ending of death of a loved one, whatever it was. Maybe you thought that you will never attract love in your life, or nobody is going to love you because you have a very horrible personality, or you are always arrogant, or people thought that you are not lovable. All those things are going to change for you. Okay, let's move on to Aquarius. Okay, so the only sign that is after Cancer, Capricorn, the other sign that I'm really worried about is Aquarius, because this is in your 12th house. For me, the 12th house is all about hidden things. So this full moon could bring something to light in your 12th house. Okay, this could be about healing your intuition. And most Aquarius could have been dealing with self-sabotage energy, because Capricorns tend to have that pessimistic effect. When it's in your 12th house, you have a way to self-sabotage yourself, because you think that you don't deserve that, or you feel that you are not worth it. Okay, so that could have been your self-sabotaging pattern. And you could find some kind of information that comes out, or you figure out that, okay, I thought that I'm not gonna get it because I thought like that. Maybe the universe really wants me to change my mindset, or believe, or come out of this lack mindset or the loss mindset, because the 12th house could be also about losses. Okay, and if you had some kind of health issue, especially with regards to your mental health, depression, anxiety, you need to heal. Okay, especially this full moon could help you. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling depressed during this full moon, I'm gonna tell you, it's not going to be that difficult for you. But it's not, because it's a sextile energy, but still you may feel a little bit out of line. Aquarius are not emotional, but they tend to be emotional deep in depth. Okay, Queen of Cups came. Yeah, emotions. I was talking about emotions, and the Queen of Cups showed. Yeah, you could be emotional inside. Okay, maybe you're very logical, the 8th house of Scorpio here and the Queen of Cups here. Some kind of news, some kind of emotional outburst can happen for you, because the full moon is all about emotions. Okay, so you need to heal, use your intuition. If something is not right during this full moon, try to recheck it, and do not, and use your intuition. Okay, and also do some meditation, yoga, or even cleansing your aura. Okay, you need to rest a lot. Okay, take a break this full moon, Aquarius. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Okay, emotionally withdrawn. Yeah, try to withdraw yourself, things happening in your life. Take a trip alone, or just stay, have a 24-hour staycation, or visit a place, or stay at home. Try to get in touch with your emotions, and if you have lost somebody or something in your life, it was meant to be. Okay, just take it like that and walk away. If you're leaving a situation that was very, very emotionally draining for you, it was supposed to happen like that. Okay, let it go. The 12th house is about a loss, and maybe this full moon is highlighting that you have lost this situation, or this person, or this something. Okay, that is giving you a lot of emotional pain. Okay, try to sit with it, process it. Do not get into any type of addictive behaviors, because it's very easy during the moon energy and emotionally draining times to get in touch with toxic behaviors. Okay, refrain from alcohol, smoking, drugs. Wow, fifth chakra feel like that for you. It's your throat chakra. Okay, so whatever you intake. Okay, see, generally it is a communication zone for me. Now I'm going to talk first thing. Do not intake anything that is a poison. Okay, so it could be alcohol, it could be drugs, or it could be even something that is not good for your health. Okay, take care of your health. And also, if you have not told someone something, if you're not expressed your emotions in the right way, or if you have communicated, if there was a lot of lies. Okay, because Aquarius tends to be a very, very mental, or logical reasoning sound that tends to be a little bit higher with Aquarius. Maybe your emotions was not very important for you before. That's why you may have not expressed your emotions. Okay, try to express it. Write a journal, or even make a call to someone you trust, and just vent it out. Okay, if you're feeling emotionally down, if you need help during the full moon, okay, try to call someone and talk to them. Okay, talking is what is going to give you this healing with the throat chakra active. Okay, let the last sign, Pisces, always patient, right? You're gonna be the last in every reading. I'm trying to do water as much as I possible. Even I published water sign reading first for the mid-month love energy check. Okay, I'm trying to do you first sometimes. Okay, but sometimes the order is easier. So this full moon in Capricorn is happening in your 11th house of groups, your dreams, your visions, and also about your position in a teamwork. If you have been in a group for a long time, you could get recognized. Maybe you contributed a lot for someone to, or something to become a great thing. If you were in a partnership, if you are in a group situation, a friend could appreciate you right now. Maybe you helped them out, or you were together with this person, you were doing a business or a contract, a project together. They'll appreciate you more right now, or you could also get some kind of recognition for it. Okay, if you have some kind of dream, goal with regards to partnerships, wow, you have the sky here. Okay, so if you have got some regarding to partnerships here, okay, maybe you need to understand where your goals lie, and you need to focus on it. Okay, and number 10 card is about culminations, and with the sky here, if there was a group situation or a friendship that ends right now, full moon, with the full moon, the culmination, it's end. Maybe you left the group, you left the friend, or you left the friendship, or you stopped talking to a friend, blocked a friend, cut someone out of your life. It was meant to be. Okay, it will be also something that was supposed to happen. Okay, take it like that, and do not go back. If someone or something was not fitting you, especially if you came out of a group in social media, you wanted to come out of your Facebook account or Instagram account, and you detoxed. It's a good thing. Okay, you can do that also right now. So Pisces, a tarot card for you. Wow, the Knight of Cups. Okay, so this could be about starting new friendships. Okay, if you have ended a friendship, ended a group situation, you can start looking for groups, kindred spirits. That's what I'm getting at. If something or someone is not in alignment with you, cut them out and go for new situations that are your kindred spirits. Okay, you have same values, you have same goals in life, same visions in life, same missions in life. You can find those tribe, find your tribe. And this, if your something was not working out, this is the time to just look for new things in life, new people in life. So we're gonna pull one energy oracle card for you, Pisces. Wow, the thinking man, beautiful. Okay, have your thinking caps ready. Okay, number 10 here again, 4 plus 6, number 10 here again. So I feel you're trying to logically think, why did you leave a group, or why did a friend leave you, or you left them. Maybe you're processing your emotions, you're processing your thoughts right now. This full moon, take time to understand that this was not your kindred spirit, this was not your tribe, and you need to think deeply about where you fit in, especially globally, or in a large scale. Okay, in a large scale partnerships with respect to groups, involvements. You need to think a lot. Okay, have your thinking caps on. So this full moon for me is going to be good for every sign here, and cleanse. That's what I'm going to say. The topic for this full moon is going to be cleanse. Okay, cleanse your aura, cleanse your energy, cleanse everything in your home, and have a peaceful full moon in Capricorn. Okay, thank you.